Good evening, Councilmembers. My name is Sean Fabb-Soto, and I am a senior at Metro High School. In the time that I have been a member of the Columbus Community Bill of Rights, I have witnessed the injustice that our group has faced. Obstacle after obstacle has gotten in the way of our group protecting the water we drink, the air we breathe, the soil we walk on and grow our food in, and our ability to decide what happens to these resources. This is wrong. As the elected officials sworn to uphold the interests of Columbus citizens, you are not doing your job. It has been within your power to enact our ordinance, and instead you pass the burden onto the Board of Elections, who illegitimately rejected our initiative from going on to the November 2018 ballot. We ask you now to right that wrong and to put our ordinance to Columbus voters on the upcoming May ballot. Throughout history, it has been within the power of authorities to correct injustices, like discrimination against women and people of color. The civil rights movement and women's suffrage were the result of hard work that began at the grassroots level by communities who believed that change was the only way to progress as a nation. It is my hope that through the vantage point of history, you will exercise the wisdom necessary to make the right decision now. We come to you with an opportunity to put Columbus on the forefront of environmental and social justice issues and to act as a model for communities all over the U.S. to follow. This ordinance exists to give Columbus voters the right to decide whether they want to protect the environment and their health. I ask you this: do you think the environment deserves to be protected? Do you believe that Columbusites should feel safe drinking tap water? Fracking waste injection wells in our watershed would say otherwise. These depositories for toxic waste pose a threat to the safety of the environment, with nearly a 100% chance that after 100 years, the cement holding this waste will have deteriorated enough to leak into the surrounding environment. And that's the best case. Any existing cracks in the casing of these injection wells drastically decrease their lifespan. And whose problem will that become? Mine, and people my age who are fighting to address these issues and work towards finding effective solutions. After all, we're the generation who's going to fix everything, right? Our plates are already full enough, from the academic expectations placed on us to the social responsibility to our communities and the people around us, so please do not make it harder for us. I can't tell you how many times adults have told me, sorry, you'll have to fix the problems we created. I'm thankful for the few adults who are actually working to correct these mistakes. But all this work means nothing if we do not have backing from you, our elected officials. Council, it is all of our jobs to make Columbus a just and safe place to live. So please do your part and let Columbus voters do theirs. Thank you.